Welcome back to another night of cozy Nintendo nostalgia. Tonight, we're slowing things down, way down, and taking a trip back to the early 2000s. The time of wired controllers, glowing CRTs, and tiny purple discs that somehow held entire worlds. This is GameCube games to sleep to. We're not here for battles or high scores. Just the calm, comforting games that feel like home. So, grab a blanket, let the music play, and let's drift into the most peaceful corners of the GameCube library. There's no better place to start than Animal Crossing. Released in 2002, it was one of the first console games to ever run in real time. That meant when it was night in real life, it was night in your village too. Seasons changed, snow would fall in December, cherry blossoms would bloom in April. You'd wake up, check your mailbox, and maybe one of your animal neighbors would stop by to chat. They'd ask where you've been, sometimes passive-aggressively, but they'd still miss you. The GameCube version had this beautifully simple energy. The grass patterns, the square trees, the way the villagers waddled when they walked. Everything felt handcrafted and slightly imperfect in a way that made it perfect. Even the sound design, the soft thump of footsteps, the water rushing in the river, the hourly tunes that never got old, all made this game feel alive. And there was no goal, no end game, just living, decorating your home, catching bugs, and paying off a loan to a raccoon who somehow runs the whole economy. It's the kind of game where 10 minutes turns into 2 hours, and somehow it never feels wasted. You just exist. And in a world that's always rushing, Animal Crossing reminds us it's okay to just take things slow. Even now, over 20 years later, this version still hits differently. It's not about high graphics or online play. It's that gentle heartbeat of life that makes it timeless. Next, we head out to the countryside to Forget-Me-Not Valley. Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life came out in 2004, and honestly, it might be the most peaceful farming game ever made. The days move slowly. The seasons roll by in real time. And everything has this faded, dreamlike quality. You inherit your father's old farm. You raise animals, plant crops, and build relationships with the people in town. The world feels small, but warm. You get to know every villager, every routine. The mornings begin with soft sunlight hitting your barn door, and by evening, the valley glows orange as crickets start to sing. And the soundtrack? It's pure comfort. Gentle guitar, slow piano melodies, that unmistakable rural calm. Each in-game day feels like its own story. You see your cow grow up, your crops blossom, your son take his first steps, and eventually, you grow older too. The game doesn't shy away from time passing, it embraces it. There's a quiet message in there about finding peace in the everyday. It's not about chasing endings. It's about the slow beauty of routine. For a lot of players, this wasn't just a farming sim. It was a reflection of life itself. A gentle reminder that every small moment counts. I think that's why people still come back to this one. It's cozy, yes, but also grounding. It feels like the kind of dream you don't want to wake up from. Next up, The Sims 2 on GameCube. Before cozy games were even a trend, The Sims nailed that feeling of quiet chaos. The GameCube version had a unique vibe, a little slower, a little more intimate than the PC version. You could decorate your little home, make breakfast, talk to neighbors, or just watch your Sim stare at a wall for an hour. The real comfort came from the small details. The hum of the refrigerator, the lazy jazz music, and the soft glow of lamps at night. There was something hypnotic about it. Even the nonsense, Simlish language added to the charm. You didn't have to understand it, you just felt it. The game was never really about control. It was about watching life unfold. Sometimes messy, sometimes calm, but always human. A lot of cozy games today borrow that same spirit. That idea that doing nothing can still be fulfilling. If you've ever left The Sims running while you just listen to the music, you know that feeling. It's that background comfort. The sense that somewhere a little world is still alive, moving quietly. Another cozy gem that doesn't get enough credit is Harvest Moon Magical Melody. While A Wonderful Life was slow and emotional, Magical Melody was colorful and playful. It's like the morning after a long nap. Brighter, lighter, and full of energy. You arrive in a new town, buy some land, and start your new life. There's fishing, festivals, and friendly rival farmers. But what makes this version so special is its personality. The characters are chibi style, small, expressive, and full of life. The world feels like a storybook. And once again, the soundtrack is pure serotonin. Simple tunes with acoustic guitars, soft percussion, and that classic Natsume charm. It's the kind of game that reminds you that simple doesn't mean boring. Sometimes the best games are the ones where you just plant a seed and watch it grow. Playing this game late at night with the glow of a CRT is one of those small joys that just sticks with you. You don't even need to progress. Just being there feels enough. Last but not least, one of the most quietly emotional and oddly cozy GameCube games ever made, Chibi Robo. You play as a tiny household robot whose only job is to make the Sanderson family happy. You clean the floors, pick up trash, and recharge at outlets, then explore the house one room at a time. But what makes Chibi Robo special is its heart. Beneath its cute visuals is a story about family, loneliness, and connection. The dad wears a frog suit to make his daughter laugh. The mom's quietly frustrated. The toys come alive at night. And somehow, you, a little robot, are the one holding it all together. The music is minimal, soft beeps, chimes, and lullaby-like tunes. Every sound feels intentional, gentle, cozy. Chibi Robo doesn't rush you. It's about appreciating the little things. The satisfaction of seeing a clean floor, the sparkle of light after you help someone. It's a game about small acts of kindness. And maybe that's what makes it so comforting. If Animal Crossing was about living in a town, and Harvest Moon was about growing life, then Chibi Robo was about caring, about keeping a home, not just clean, but connected. And these were just some of the coziest corners of the GameCube era. Games that didn't try to overwhelm you, they just invited you. They taught us that not every game needs a boss fight, or a high score, or even an ending. Sometimes it's just enough to exist in a peaceful little world for just a while. Whether you're tending crops, watering flowers, or cleaning up a virtual home, you're finding calm in motion. That's what these games did best. They turned small moments into something meaningful. So, if your eyes are getting heavy, let the nostalgia play out. Let that GameCube hum softly in the background. Sweet dreams, and I'll see you next time, right here on Nintendoze.